नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते राधानाथ स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पश्चात्य देशतारिणे। ओम ज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सखगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजन सहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान् सखगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगत्पदे गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसूते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ईश्वरा परम कृष्ण सच्चिदानंद विग्रह अनादिरादिर गोविंदा सर्व कारण कारणम। हरे कृष्ण। By Lord Sri Krishna's causeless mercy, we are nicely studying Bhagavad Gita. So we finished 14 slokas in the 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, the opulence of the absolute. So Krishna already in the first 11 slokas, Krishna has given us the knowledge about himself even more. We already got to know about Krishna in the 7th chapter, that is the knowledge of the absolute. So that is the title of the 7th chapter, is the knowledge of the absolute. Then in the 8th chapter also, attaining the supreme, Krishna has given us knowledge about how to reach him. That means by remembering him. That is the only way to reach Krishna, only way to go to Krishna, by remembering him at the time of death. Prayana kale manasachalena bhaktya yoga balayena chaiva brur madhye pranamavesya samyak satam param purusham upaiti divyam. So at the time of death, we need to remember Krishna. With the strength of this yoga balam, we should bring our life here between the two eyebrows and then leave this body and go to Krishna's abode. That's what we studied in the 8th chapter. How to reach, how to go to Krishna's well. 9th chapter, that is the most confidential knowledge. Krishna gave us even more knowledge in the 9th chapter about Krishna, about himself. And at the end of the 9th chapter, in the last sloka, Krishna very clearly told us that if we just remember him, if we just think about him and become his devotee and worship him and offer our obeisances unto him, then we'll go to Krishna. Mamevaisasi. So now in the 10th chapter, we are understanding about Krishna, how Krishna is the Supreme Personality of God. No one knows him. Name vidigu suraganaga prabhavam namagarshega. So like that, we understand more about Krishna in Bhagavad Gita. All these things Krishna is saying even without Arjuna asking him. Because Arjuna asked one question, that how to know him. How to know him at the time of death. For this question, Krishna is giving all these answers as I mentioned in the 71 slokas. So 26 slokas in the 7th chapter, 8th chapter, and then 34 slokas in the 9th chapter, and then the first 11 slokas in the 10th chapter. In the 71 slokas, Krishna is completely giving us the knowledge about how to know about him, how to remember him. That's what Arjuna asked in the 8th chapter. The very beginning, when he asked the question, Arjuna asked Krishna, Prayana kalecha katam nyeyosi niyatatmavi. So how to remember you? How to know you? How to know you at the time of death? So if we study all these 71 slokas again and again and understand about what Krishna says here, so that means it's all about Krishna only. We will be easily able to remember Krishna. We'll be easily able to remember Krishna if we get all these slokas. So that way in Bhagavad Gita, all slokas are based on Arjuna's question. Everything is based on Arjuna's questions. Starting from the second chapter itself, when Arjuna in the very first time, he was not asking like a question to Krishna. Arjuna was asking Krishna to tell him what is good for him. Yasreyasya nishchitam bruhi tanme. You tell me for certain what is good for me. In a very submissive attitude, he surrendered unto Krishna. Sisyasteyagam sadimam tvam prapannam. I am your disciple. I have surrendered unto you. I am a soul surrendered unto you. You please instruct me. So in that attitude, when Arjuna was asking Krishna, Krishna gave the knowledge that first you understand that you are not the body, you are the soul. So if you understand this very well, then Krishna gave a lot of analogies, examples, and explained very, very clearly that about the soul, the knowledge about the soul. So if you repeatedly study those slokas, those 20 slokas, in the second chapter, 11th to 30th sloka, if those 20 slokas, if we repeatedly study and understand, we know very well, we will understand very well that we are the soul. We are not the body, we are the soul. So we'll get that knowledge fully. Then there won't be any confusion. No one can challenge us. Because Krishna is teaching everything very scientifically. Everything as a science, Krishna is teaching us. Like happiness and distress are like winter and summer seasons. That's a very nice science. Matra sparsastu kaunteya sitoshna sukha dukkada agama apayina anityaga. Agama apayina anityaga. It will come and goes. It will come and it comes and goes. And it is anityaga. It is temporary. So the non-permanent appearance and disappearance of happiness and distress are like the non-permanent appearance and disappearance of winter and summer seasons. They always come and go. Tam stitiksasva bharata. So you learn to tolerate them without being disturbed. That's what Krishna told Arjuna. So from Bhagavad Gita, we are learning, we are understanding about how to not get disturbed by the dualities in this material world. In this material world, everything has got two sides. Everything is dual in nature. So we should not take one side. We should be equal. So that means nirdvandvo, nitya sattvasto, niryoga kshema, atmavan. That's what Krishna is asking us to do. We should be free from the dualities, nirdvandvo. Niryoga kshema. We should not be caring about what is good for us, because the important thing is that we should understand our yoga kshema is actually Krishna will take care of it. Krishna is saying that you yourself be niryoga kshema. I will carry what you want. Yoga kshemam mahamyakam. In one sloka, Krishna is saying that niryoga kshema atmavan. And in the another sloka, Krishna is saying that yoga kshemam mahamyakam. Because I shall take care of you fully. So that way, we should not be worried about our future. We should not be thinking, we should not be worrying about anything. We should fully depend on Krishna, that's it. Completely depend on Krishna, that's it. No need to worry about anything. So fully depend on Krishna, completely. So Krishna is saying that I will take care of you completely. Yogakshemam vahamyam. So with that attitude, if we do all our activities, so then by Krishna's mercy, we will be able to free ourselves from the bondage to this material world. That's what Krishna said in the second chapter. You act with intelligence. So if you act with intelligence, so that means intelligent way of acting is not to get attached to the results, not get disturbed by the results. So if we are attached to the results, then we will be materially entangled in this material world. So Krishna is asking us to free yourself from all the attachments to this material sense objects, and just get yourselves completely attached only to me. So if you are attached only to me, so then you are going to come to me. Mamevaisasi asamsaya. Mamevaisasi asamsaya. Many slokas Krishna said that you will come to me, there is no doubt about it. So we'll go to Krishna, there is no doubt about it. If you do everything for Krishna with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. So that's why the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita is very, very important for us. One way, by understanding this Bhagavad Gita, we are able to be ourselves in contact with Krishna all the time. That's a very important thing. Because whenever we study Bhagavad Gita, we read Bhagavad Gita, we are actually listening to Krishna directly. So that means we are in communication with Krishna. So we need to keep this connection very strong, very powerful. So it should not be weak. It should be a very strong, powerful connection with Krishna through the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. That means by following all the instructions given by Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, by acting for Krishna, by doing everything for Krishna, by surrendering it to Krishna. So that way, if we do like that by Krishna's mercy, then when we get very old, when our senses become very weak, when our karmendriyas become very, very weak, the karmendriyas are the working senses. Our jnanendriyas also become very, very weak. Our hearing ability will go down. Even if you put hearing aid also, it won't work at very old age. Then our vision also will get affected. We cannot see things also very clearly, very properly when we get very old. And we cannot walk, we cannot run, we cannot do things, and then we have to depend on everyone. So that means all our senses, knowledge acquiring senses and working senses, that is jnanendriyas and karmendriyas, everything will become very, very weak. It's going to happen to all of us. Everyone in this world, that's going to happen when we get old. But if we effectively utilize our life right now in serving Krishna, studying Bhagavad Gita, sharing Bhagavad Gita, remembering Krishna, chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, all these things right now, if we focus, if we make sure our life is full of Krishna consciousness at this point of time, then when we really get very old, when we are ready to leave this world, we don't have to think or worry about anything in this world. We can simply ignore. The reality is that when a person gets very old, he will be ignored. He will be neglected, he or she, in this world. When a person gets very old, nobody is going to spend time with that person because everybody is busy. Children, grandchildren, everybody will be very busy in their life. They will not have any time. It's very difficult. And then when we are neglected, we should also, when we get very old, we should also be ready to neglect and ignore all the attachments in this material world. That's why we need to prepare now itself. Now itself prepare and focus only on Krishna. At that time, Krishna will be with us. Krishna will never neglect us. Krishna will never ignore us. So that way, we should not be ignoring Krishna. We should not neglect Krishna right now. Because he is only our constant companion. Krishna is going to be with us all the time. Krishna is with us all the time, and Krishna will never leave us at any time. So, with that knowledge what we get from Bhagavad Gita, so right now if we make use of this opportunity in studying and understanding Bhagavad Gita fully, without getting ourselves distracted by this material nature, material sense objects. We should fully focus only on Krishna. That's it, completely. Our mind should be thinking all the time only Krishna. How can I serve Krishna? How can I remember Krishna? All the time only Krishna, 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 Krishna. Everything should be only Krishna. Because Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He is the Paramatma. Krishna is the Purushottama. He is the Maheswara, Parameshwara, Yogeshwara. Everything is Krishna only. So, Yogam Yogeshwarat Krishna. So, he is the master of all mystics. So, that Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, has given us this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita to deliver ourselves from this material world, to free ourselves from this material bondage. So that way, time is the only thing which is freely available for us to go to Krishna right now. Krishna himself is the time. So we should not waste this time. We should make sure each and every moment, each and every minute is very effectively utilized in the service of Krishna. That is possible only with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. If we get this full knowledge, complete knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, then only it is possible for us to effectively utilize all the time in our life. Before time runs out, before we get very old, we should serve Krishna as much as possible. In this mission, we should spread Krishna's Bhagavad Gita, Krishna's message to everyone and make as many devotees as possible in this way. So that is going to happen. There is no doubt about it. It's happening. Krishna is giving us that opportunity. We are making use of it. And that's why we are, day by day, we are progressing. We are understanding. Our knowledge in Bhagavad Gita is also becoming very sharp. And definitely we are going to make use of this knowledge. There is no doubt about it. So everything becomes very clear to us because with the Bhagavad Gita knowledge, we understand that there are devotees in this world. They are waiting to receive this knowledge. We just have to go and identify them and give this knowledge. We just have to do that postman job. Of course, these days, there are no postman required. Maybe delivery boy or something job. So we need to do the delivery boy. So we need to go and deliver this Bhagavad Gita knowledge to everyone. And make as many devotees as possible and let as many people in this world, as many devotees to understand that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Krishna is the Paramatma. Krishna is the Purushottama. There is no truth above him. Mattaga parattaram na anyat kinchit asti dhananjaya. There is nothing else is superior to me. That's what Krishna is. So that way, if we serve Krishna, then definitely we are going to go to Goloka. There is no doubt about it. As Krishna says many, many times in Bhagavad Gita, asamsayam, there is no doubt about it. So what we are doing right now, getting this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita is the first step in God realization, in self-realization. The very first step is, of course, we need to qualify to receive this knowledge, and all of us are having those qualifications. The only qualification to study and understand Bhagavad Gita is faith, Shraddha. That's it. Shraddha, and of course we can add another qualification also. The second qualification is not envying Krishna. That's it. So if we have, that means both are same only, meaning wise. They are mutually exclusive. Meaning wise, it is Shraddha means faith on Krishna. So not envying Krishna. So that's what Shraddhavanto Anasuyanto. So if we have Shraddha and Anasuyanto, if we have faith on Krishna and if we don't envy Krishna, then Muchyante Tepi Karma Bhi. Then we will be liberated from all reactions to our actions. Muchyante Tepi Karma Bhi. That's how we should act. In our day-to-day life, every activity we should do that way. With the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita only we should do. And Krishna is giving us this knowledge. There is no doubt about it. Krishna will make us to understand this knowledge completely. There is no doubt about it. Because he is the one giving us knowledge and remembrance, everything. Jnanam, smriti, jnanam. And Krishna is also giving forgetfulness. So we need to forget. We need forgetfulness. We need to forget. We need to forget this temporary material sense objects. We need to forget about this material world. So for that, we need forgetfulness, apohanam. So Krishna is giving that. Krishna gives us the forgetfulness. And we need remembrance. We need to remember. We need to remember only Krishna, no one else. We need to remember only Krishna. So for that, we need remembrance. So Krishna is giving us the remembrance. And we need to know, we need to have the knowledge. We need to have the knowledge that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That knowledge we need to have. So Krishna is giving us that knowledge. Vedaischa sarvaiga aham eva vedu. Of all the Vedas, I am to be known. We need to have that knowledge. So when we have this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, then when we get remembrance from Krishna to remember only Krishna, and if we get forgetfulness from Krishna to forget everything in this material world, material sense objects, everything we need to forget. So then we will be able to very easily cross beyond the ocean of material miseries. Vrijinam santarishyasi. We'll be able to cross beyond. So that kind of opportunity has come to us. It's a very, very rare opportunity. So this human life also is very precious, very rare opportunity. So in this precious opportunity, rare opportunity, we should effectively utilize all our this life, human life, all the time what we have got in only serving Krishna, remembering Krishna, studying Bhagavad Gita, worshipping Krishna, all these things. So if we do like this, then by Krishna's mercy, we will become experts in Bhagavad Gita knowledge. We will know everything very well, and we will be able to see this world with the eyes of this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. And we know how each and everyone is influenced, controlled by the three modes of material nature. So when we are able to see this world with the eyes of Bhagavad Gita knowledge, then we know how the material modes of nature are controlling everyone, how powerful it is. So that much opportunity we have got just by studying this Bhagavad Gita every day. And of course, we are making very continuous, very great progress in our efforts. And by Krishna's mercy, in the 10th chapter, we are now progressing. We have finished 14 shlokas. And Arjuna is actually now, as Krishna said in 71 shlokas for Arjuna's question in the very beginning, as I mentioned today, like in the Arjuna's question, that Prayana kale cha katam nyeyosi niyatatmavi, at the time of death, how to remember you, how to know you. So for that, Krishna said all these 71 shlokas Krishna answered. But now Arjuna is asking Krishna, you please tell me more. I completely agree with you, Krishna, whatever you said. That even demigods and demons, no one know about you fully. So Krishna himself knows him completely, and we need to know about Krishna. We need to know about ourselves only from Krishna. Even we don't even know about ourselves. In Bhagavad Gita, only Krishna is very, very clearly teaching us, giving us the knowledge that we are the soul. We are not the body, we are the soul. Natve vagam jatu nasam natvam neme janadipaga nachaiva nabhavishyamaga sarvevaya mataga param. There was never a time I did not exist, nor you, nor all these kings, and nor in the future shall any of us cease to exist. We are always there. We are always existing. So that kind of knowledge Krishna is giving us. So Arjuna is asking Krishna. Arjuna is in the sloka what we studied in the 14th sloka yesterday. So Arjuna told Krishna that Sarvam etat ritham manye yanmam vadasi keshava nahi te bhagavan vyaktim vidudevaga nadanavaga. So whatever you said, Krishna, I fully agree. I fully, completely accept it. and no one knows about you, either demigods or the demons. No one knows about you. So now Arjuna is continuing in the next sloka, in the sloka number 15. Arjuna is continuing that Swayam yevatmanatmanam vetatvam purushottama bhutabhavana bhutesha devadeva jagatpate Swayam yevatmanatmanam vetatvam purushottama. O Purushottama, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, O Purushottama, only you know about yourself fully. Swayam. Swayam means you yourself. Personally, you only know about yourself. Evatman Atman. You only know about yourself fully. Veta. Vetatvam. Veta means knowing. You only know about yourself. No one knows about you. Krishna himself also said in Bhagavad Gita, no one knows about you. Vedagam samatitani vartamanani charjuna bhavishyani cha bhutani mam tu vedana kasyati. I know the past, present and future, but no one knows about me. So that way, no one knows about Krishna. Even no one knows about themselves also. We don't even know about ourselves. And Krishna only has to teach us. Krishna only has to give us the knowledge that we are not the body, we are the soul. So like that, Krishna is the super soul. Krishna is the Purushottama. No one knows about it. So no one knows. Swayam eva atmanatmanam vetatvam Purushottama. O Purushottama, only you know about yourself fully, completely. Bhuta bhavana bhutesha. O Lord of all beings. Bhuta bhavana bhutesha. Krishna is the bhutesha. So Krishna is the source of everything. So that's what Bhuta Bhavana, Bhutesa. Krishna is the origin of everything. Bhuta Bhavana, Bhutesa. Deva Deva. Krishna is the Lord of the Lords. That is God of the gods. God of gods. Deva Deva. And Jagatpati. Jagatpati means Krishna is the Lord of this universe. This Jagat. Krishna is the Lord of this universe. So Arjuna is addressing Krishna that Bhuta Bhavana Bhutesa Deva Deva Jagat Pate, O Lord of all beings, O God of gods, O Lord of the universe, only you know about yourself fully. Swayam evatmanatmanam, Swayam evatmanatmanam vetatvam Purushottama. Only you know about yourself, Krishna, completely. So like that, Arjuna is telling Krishna here. So now Arjuna will continue. So we will study and understand what Arjuna is continuing in the next class. Hare Krishna, I will stop now and we will discuss if any questions are there. Hare Krishna.